No, now we're live.
Okay.
No, just under the wire.
Just got that story in just in time.
Nobody ratted you out for that one.
Right there.
Good morning, Rogersville.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to see everybody. Yeah.
Well, it was teased on the chatter feed, right? So we got JR's nuts here in a jar.
We have them in a jar.
I'm holding them right here.
So my oldest brother, JR, 10 years ago was riding his lawnmower and had an epiphany, right?
Yes.
And he created these nuts. And he made them a lot there for a while, and everybody kind of got addicted to them. So much that for Christmas that year, I even bought him some equipment,
Wow.
sheet pans,
Oh, okay. All right.
to make these. And
Still trying to share the watch.
I know, me
Yeah.
too. I don't know what's going on.
You'd think we'd figure out how to do this before the
You
show
would
begins,
think.
but
It's the way Facebook operates.
it is.
It's
I'm on.
crazy.
I'm on. I'm good to go.
You got mine
So
there.
he has brought them back because he went on a 10-year hiatus of not making them.
Yep.
And he's like, hey, poor Ballard's I don't know if I can do nuts in the morning.
I'm teeing Will up here for a joke, but
You're setting me up for a joke. Is that what
He's he's intrigued. So JR has sent us a sampling of nuts this
liquid
morning.
smoke.
No liquid smoke. None.
Ever since the Rona, I can't really smell very well.
Since the Rona.
Just kidding, I didn't get it.
Just kidding, there's no Rona.
I'm trying to figure out what that is.
You're not going to figure it out.
And you're not telling.
No, and I'm
Okay.
not. I
Is
am not
JR going to
telling.
share?
Yeah, well, I think he's going to patent the recipe at some point. I think he feels like this is his retirement plan.
Is it retirement plan worthy, Will?
They're good.
Or should he come see you for a trust?
They're good. Both would be appropriate.
Okay. I'm going to wait till after my coffee because the smell of
That's
that
fair.
says that's going to ruin the flavor of my
No,
coffee.
it will. Yeah,
They're good.
they're all
They're
good. They're good.
Yep.
I'm not a pecan fan, but I'm intrigued by the spices I'm smelling.
I know. It's an interesting blend, and they're very addictive when you
A little bit spicy.
a little
Yeah, I
spicy.
can smell the spice in
A little
there.
spicy.
Some cayenne for sure. I can see the cayenne in
You
there.
can see the cayenne. I honestly don't even know what he
I
puts
think
in
there's some soy sauce involved.
That's
what I
possible,
smell.
but I'm not
That's what I
100%
smell.
sure.
When I
I
said
really don't
liquid
know.
smoke, I
Yeah.
thought immediately, no, what is that smell? It is soy sauce.
It is soy sauce. I wonder if
We're
he's watching.
We're
I know.
I don't
narrowing
think
it
he
down.
would confirm or deny the ingredients.
Some soy and some cayenne pepper at the very...
And I think at least recently he has even altered the recipe of the nuts.
2.0.
Nuts 2.0.
That's 2.0.
Well,
Keaton
So-
did text in. He's feeling sick this morning.
Keaton.
Keaton,
I'm sorry,
he was a
buddy.
little sick. So
thanks for keeping
Tom's
your
marmot
distance.
hunting.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Tom
Well, that
is-
would be Tom's hunting
So,
for 7 to 10
Speaking
days.
of, you remember, it was 4 weeks ago, I went marmot hunting.
Yes.
And I missed my haircut.
Hmm.
So I've now gone 8 weeks without a cut. And if anybody knows me, that doesn't happen. And
I wonder
today,
why you have not cut your hair.
today at 9 a.m., it's going down.
It's going
And
down.
I'm pretty excited.
I wondered.
10:30.
Are you 10:30?
10:30.
You know, the last time I got a haircut during quarantine, I did it myself. And then
Wow.
before that, it was about a year before that.
You are the definition of low maintenance.
I am literally, well, I'm sure there's maintenance that I require.
I started to say I'm more of
It's-
a woman than you. But
Yeah, it's pretty good. In the hair maintenance department, yes, you are.
Certainly there.
But I thought it would be funny, though, if anybody has a holiday treat or recipe, family thing that they want us to sample on air.
Oh, yeah.
We'll do it.
Yeah, we'll do it.
We'll literally do just about anything that's family friendly on air.
Well, I was going to suggest if anybody wants to drop some hairstyle ideas in
You
the
can do that.
comments.
We can do that.
Because I have
I
this
haven't had breakfast.
fresh canvas here to work with.
So why
My
did it take
stylist-
that long after the marmot hunting to?
Well, if you think about how stylist workflow works, this all went down right before Thanksgiving. Everybody's
Gotcha.
got to get in to see their stylist before Thanksgiving. And yes, I'm
Good.
saying stylist.
You can say stylist.
Yeah, I know, but I'm sure most would say, why aren't you going to see Kicks at the barber shop? But
Yeah.
and I have been to Kicks, but I have a stylist, and
You have a person.
I have a person. They're hard to get into before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I'm going to Kicks. John says cut your hair heavy.
Cut your
Thanks,
hair,
John.
hippie.
Yep.
Drop a comment, John. Give me some ideas.
What is the latest style in men's hair?
Okay, so I'm giving all kinds
Yeah.
of fodder out here.
I'm sorry, those are good.
This is me. I was actually Googling men's hairstyles for 2021
Did you know?
last night, and the tragic part was, well, you'll enjoy this.
Mullet.
No, they all had beards. So I'm like, I can't
So it's
visualize
full
what
beard.
what's that going to look like on this baby face. I can't grow
Can you
facial
grow a beard?
No,
Not
I grow
all?
patches. Like,
Yeah.
uh,
Yes,
Yeah,
Pope
it's-
says mullet. So
I can do it.
I've
It's
seen a lot of
pretty
mullets.
long back here.
maybe you should try again because there was a time I could not grow a beard. I mean, it just wouldn't happen.
I tried again over quarantine
Did you?
just to kind of see where
No.
it just doesn't.
There's too much pieces here and there of Native Americans scattered throughout my
That's me.
Smattering.
That's me.
And
Yeah, my great granny Brinson was
Yep.
full-blooded
Yep.
Native American. So
That'll
That'll
definitely
do it.
cut into your
Yeah.
beard growing.
yeah,
It sure will. So I'm curious because McRib came back this
It's
week.
back.
So I've had a couple.
Yeah.
I'm not a fanatic. There are people who are
Yeah.
that will like buy lots and freeze them so they
Oh,
can have them
yikes.
throughout the year.
Yikes.
But
Yeah, that settled harder than the nuts did this morning.
yeah,
Because McRibs, usually I'll try one,
yeah,
and they're just not my thing.
they're okay.
Yeah. What
Um,
is your thought on the McRib?
guys, I don't remember the last time I've eaten anything from McDonald's.
yeah,
But beyond that, it's nasty.
I
Yeah.
realize.
McRibs, I get it. It's kind of this
Yeah.
piece of your childhood or whatever, but
they did a good job with the marketing.
Oh, they
aspect
nailed
of
the
this
marketing. Oh,
because, and so I was curious. I did a little research on it. Read so the same guy that came up with the chicken McNuggets came up with the McRib.
Yeah, it's like a pressed meat situation.
Yeah, it's a reformulated meat. It's what they call it. Reformulated.
that sounds so much worse than
Sounds-
pressed.
Yeah.
Or reformed.
Because then at some point, pressed is still the meat, but now
still
it's
the meat.
reformed.
Now
It's
it's a new.
Well, I think it's
genetically
actually.
altered.
I think it's actually the
It's
same
the
thing.
pink
They
sludge.
just. No, I don't think it is.
Have you ever been to a meat processing plant?
I have not.
No,
I
you
have.
just
I
don't
watched
go.
the. I
I've
watched,
been through.
You don't go to those.
No,
Well, they used
that's
to-
like never ask how the sausage is made.
Right.
That's
No,
the
well,
you don't.
definition.
There's just
of-
things you don't
So,
want to know.
as a pastor, I used to get these invites to the
This
chicken
was
plant.
part of it. You
Well,
had to-
So
they
weird.
wanted us.
Come on, Pastor, to the meat
Well,
factory.
I know it sounds odd, but the idea was we have all these migrant workers. There's
Oh,
a
okay.
mission field there,
Yeah.
so
That makes sense.
yeah. So there were some Christians in charge of the plant. They're like, "Would you please come?
Please go talk to these people."
just become aware of the needs in our community." And so they
That's
would,
legit.
yeah. So
That's
they would
good.
give us a tour of the facility. At the end, they'd give us a box of like a ton of free chicken.
Yeah.
But by the time you were done with it,
don't want it.
didn't
No,
want
I don't want
chicken
the chicken
anymore.
anymore.
When you see that pink sludge coming out that they form
Jeez.
into, oh,
Mm.
let
I'm
me
sorry.
tell you.
I-
But I'm sorry. Back to
No,
McRib.
no, no.
Yeah, I was just going to say what they apparently did was the McNuggets were so popular they ran out of chicken. I mean, it caused a chicken shortage. Yeah, and so he's like, well, what am I going to do now? And so he came up with the McRib. And then they were never as popular, but by creating an artificial shortage, we're taking them off the menu, we're bringing them back, taking them off,
Oh,
bringing
I
them back.
see.
They've
I
created
see.
this demand, and there's
That's
all these
right.
theories about, are they timing it to pork prices?
Yeah.
Do they intentionally release them in a
Huh.
seasonal time when pork prices are historically low to maximize profits? Is it just a loss leader to get people to come back in the restaurant? So you can actually do a deep dive on McRib lore if you really get bored.
I got
It's
some
the
insider
McRib
information.
we
the
have
other
to
day.
thank for the pumpkin spice latte. Then that's
don't even wanna go
Probably.
there.
the pumpkin spice latte is
I
the
want to hear
McRib of the coffee
Lauren's-
world.
I got some
Lauren's
insight.
insider.
I can't share it.
Well,
But I was out and about the other day,
she's fact teasing.
and I was talking with someone, and they were a food scientist, turns out. And they're like,
Like
yeah,
Clark Griswold.
yes, which that was my first thought. I was like, oh, Clark
Non-nutritive
Griswold.
cereal varnish.
Non-nutritive cereal varnish.
Yeah. So he was like,
Wow.
we were talking to him, and he's like, yeah, this this restaurant is coming out with a new burger, and I developed the sauce for it. And I was like, interesting. And like, it never even occurred to me that someone would have to develop a sauce
and get paid for it.
and get paid for it. Yeah, obviously
As
he does more than
full-time
that. But yeah, he
Not a chef, but a scientist.
It was very it was very interesting. I was
call it the crunch enhancer.
Developed a sauce. All right, it was a very
serious, Clark.
Are you serious, Clark?
Really think it matters, Eddie?
There is a part in that movie that I caught. I've watched it 100 times, and I never caught it. When they're walking in the Walmart and he's getting the dog food and stuff, Eddie's like, "Is your company responsible for those 100,000 people?" And I was like, "What?"
Classic line.
I never
No,
caught
we missed
that
out on
until
that
last year. I never caught that until last year.
That's what's brilliant about that movie. It's all the subtleties.
It's
just even
subtle.
seeing JR's nuts right there. When the old men are sleeping and reading the paper and watching the parade, there's this great little line that's
yes
on the commentary of the parade. It's just fantastic.
It's just there's so much goodness in all of that right there. You know.
Oh,
There
speaking
is.
of, we've talked about introducing our children to movies.
Yes.
Mhm.
So my boys played in a tournament. Well, Rylan, Sage is out for a while, injured, but played in Memphis in a tournament. So Saturday night after the games, we're in the hotel room and we watched the original Vacation movie together.
Oh,
Front to
Oh, I
I
love
hadn't
it.
seen the full movie.
Oh, I
It's
love
one
it.
of those movies you just watch in parts.
Yes.
Like Christmas
Yeah,
Vacation.
Because it was
It's
on
on,
TV
you watch it a
all
little
the time.
bit,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
business.
Commercials
We watched the
and
whole
45
thing.
minutes of
And
it.
that
Sorry,
was,
folks. Park's closed.
I think I stabbed my brain. It's
front should have told you. Marty Moose, good.
It is
That's
such a
me.
good movie. It is such a good movie. I love it. Oh, I'm
classic.
through 2 seasons of Yellowstone, and it did get better.
Yeah.
I think there was the turning point, the last 2 episodes of season 1. I was like, you got me. I'm in Yellowstone. So
Yeah.
it's good. And we finished season 2 last night. Maybe watched the first episode of season 3. I can't remember. But
Season 2 was good.
it was good.
I like those Beck brothers. I mean, I don't like the Beck
Oh,
brothers.
they're a
but
good
they
character.
They were great.
They're a Breaking Bad style character. Breaking Bad would introduce these characters occasionally.
My
that
favorite
would blow
line
your
from
mind.
season 2, I think, is that's not the way you wear that.
Yeah, and the whole
Hey,
time
no
I
more
was like,
spoilers. I haven't seen it.
the whole time I was watching that, I'm like, he's not wearing that right.
Finally, they tell him.
And the guy told him, I'm like, yes,
Yes.
I knew he wasn't wearing it right. I knew it.
Good stuff.
So,
Parade was awesome.
oh yeah, we
Man,
got to talk
I
about
got to watch a little
Saturday
bit.
was a
Did
good
ya?
day.
While I was out of town.
Did you watch like the crowd cam?
Yeah, I watched a
That
little
was
bit of both.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, saw some other footage.
There was
but
lots
yeah.
of people. I mean, as we were driving through, we could see a lot of people streaming it,
Yeah.
from that side. So we did something unique. We streamed from the float.
I know. It's great.
It's really funny because it's like people.
No people.
Houses, no people.
Yeah.
People. Someone catching toilet paper. It was really funny.
Was the toilet paper received well?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
No, I mean, did people catch it or drop it?
Sometimes. Sometimes they caught. Well, we had 2 different kinds. There's the kind that you brought, and there's the other kind that we had.
Oh, no.
Wait, there was.
Was mine good quality?
I don't know which was which. I think they were both fine. They were both fine. Yeah, there was no quality.
I thought you were
it's
dogging
toilet
my
paper.
gift,
No,
my
no.
contribution.
No, but what I did notice was that
It was single ply.
because they were wrapped.
Oh, okay.
But when you would whoever was supposed, occasionally the wrapper would come off,
Yeah.
and so the toilet paper would fly, but the wrapper would be floating it off in the
And you're like,
I thought you were going to say
Glitter!
streaming. Like,
no,
like
that would be even better.
80s toilet papering.
But yeah, no, I think that was a pretty big hit. That was pretty
Awesome.
We didn't
Oh, that
win.
was
We
fun.
didn't win anything for our float, but there wasn't a category for most unique giveaway.
Or most generous.
Most-
yeah,
Yeah.
generous. Yeah, so we didn't win anything. But
Yeah.
that's okay.
So people who don't know what we're talking about, the K-ROG went live from the bed of a truck, Will's truck, during the Rogersville Christmas Parade, which I guess they had more entries than they've ever had before.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
it's like the
And
biggest parade
they
ever.
chucked out toilet paper and was there candy or just
No, we didn't have
TV?
any candy. We should have
The
had
kids got plenty
Next
of
year.
candy.
Next year.
next year. But no, we
took care of the adults.
we mounted GoPros to the truck.
It was fun.
And streamed it live as we drove through the parade. So a
Yep.
little different take on how to do that.
The monster trucks were awesome.
Yes, they were right behind us.
They're really cool.
Yeah, they were very cool.
Wow, now I'm
Yes.
really sad.
Yeah, the monster trucks were cool. And the artist open house went good. We had people through. It was fun. We got to see lots of neat stuff. And then the tree lighting that
Yes.
night was fun.
It was fun.
It was a good, synonymous of small town Americana type event.
Really
I
good
thought.
food.
I love that.
I
I
was
love the
impressed
food.
with the food.
Who did the food?
There
So
were
we
three.
had 3 food trucks. So
Oh, okay.
Well, 3.
I had the grilled cheese. I did grilled ham and cheese. And they put a little mustard on there. I could tell it was just
See, I grew up eating mustard on grilled cheese.
Yeah,
did you guys do that?
No, I did. But I'm a big fan of mustard.
Yeah.
Mom always made grilled cheese with mustard on it.
So
that was the thing.
Yeah, it's interesting you guys were bringing up McRib because I don't know why these random thoughts come into my mind.
We're gonna take it.
This was yesterday. No, I was thinking I used to love McNuggets when I was a kid.
Yeah, they're still good.
But it was the hot mustard.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, could I just do they still do that? Could I just
I don't know. But see, I think I was an innovator because I'm like 10 years old and I'm getting the nuggets.
Mm-hmm.
And they go, what sauce do you want? I want mustard and I want honey. And I would mix it together. And I don't think there was honey mustard before I invented it 39 years ago. No, 39 years ago.
I don't know. I never saw it. I'm a honey mustard connoisseur.
Are you now?
I am.
Really?
It's my
favorite.
What's your
favorite?
Oh,
you need to send us a list of your favorite.
I really should.
But back in the day, you could get barbecue, honey, mustard, or sweet and sour. Those
so
were
they literally just gave you like a packet of honey?
It was in a little tray. Yeah, like the same little trays they have now, little boxes. But it was like half size. It was only half the size of the others back in the day.
Yeah, they were.
But you couldn't get honey mustard. That wasn't an option anywhere.
No.
But I would mix the honey with the mustard, and that's what I made.
I love honey. I would do that at home.
Yeah.
I would. If we didn't have honey mustard, I would mix it together. I loved it. Some Dijon with honey and see a little spicy, a little sweet.
So the taco truck was there also.
Taco truck.
And no. We have to take these little
And Ozark Empire Fair food truck. So here's what I did. I was starving, right?
Yep.
Well, yeah, because I'd been working
all day, and I had like a quiche that morning, and that was it. And so I'm like, Jesse, we gotta go eat. So I went and got him and the girls. And I wanted to try several things because I don't ever really get out to the fair, so I wanted to try some of the stuff from the fair truck. And
corn dog.
Oh yeah, it was good. I mean, and usually I am a big Sonic corn dog fan. You know, they have a really good. To me, they're really good if they're fresh and cooked like right. These were good.
Because at a fair, I mean, they're
these
actually
were better
rolling
than
it in
Sonic.
the batter.
You watch them dip in the batter and all that.
And I mean, I
not
got
that I eat like that, but
not that you microwave them at home.
We got a smattering.
Yeah.
We got corn dog. We got Frito pie. We got the jalapeno popper grilled cheese, and then the loaded tots to divide amongst the family.
I had the loaded tots.
Grilled cheese.
Yeah.
I could
Nothing
just
wrong with
walk
that.
out of this broadcast right now in search of one of those.
It was good. It was good.
But it was a great night because we had like tons of people from Rogersville. The mayor was there, Chad was there, Chief Paul was there, Lori was there, Lauren was there.
I was
there.
there.
A big deal. Louie was there. He was
K-ROG
singing.
was there.
Roy Cole was there.
What now?
Roy Cole was there.
Yeah, Roy was
the
there.
city crew was there.
So
Chad,
you had the Palm Cats, they're doing their thing. You got the tree lighting. You got the food trucks, the little towns down there. My sister had the best line, I think, of the night. She said, I watched the parade today. You know, I've walked down this little community gathering with my dog. If I had a handsome guy and some snow, I'd be a Hallmark movie.
You just ruined it for me.
All I'm saying is we should set a goal for next year to turn it into an absurdly Hallmark moment.
Oh, that would be amazing.
The Hallmark Christmas. That's the theme.
We're going to do this.
That's the theme.
We're going to do this.
Yep.
Yeah, a Hallmark movie Christmas.
Oh my
It was. All we needed was a rich guy,
who moved back to town,
cowboy,
moved back to town.
Who is that? That person exists. We just have to find them, and everybody can take their picture with him.
The rich guy and the cowboy, or vice versa.
A prince,
or a
Santa's son.
savvy business lady.
Yeah.
A savvy business lady will be
who hasn't had time for love.
No, she has been too busy and building her career, getting to the top.
Yep.
Bring her back. We're gonna do it.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. That would be hilarious.
Well, we can start writing the script. We can film this movie for next year.
I'm dead serious.
Do you think we need a year to write a Hallmark script?
No, but I don't write. But
we're going to take this idea to the city.
We'll write it today.
We'll do it right now before the show's over. We'll have it produced.
We got to start buying props right now.
Send your sponsorships.
Wouldn't that be
K-ROG
hilarious,
Christmas.
though,
Be
if you
hilarious.
show up at a small town event and it's completely staged to be like, no, we're doing it. We're doing it.
We're doing it.
Mark
Live
your
on
calendars.
K-ROG next December.
We're going to do it.
A Wildcat Hallmark Christmas.
I was sad to be in Memphis last weekend because I knew I was missing out. But next year, I'm clearing the schedule. I don't care what my boys have going with soccer.
Yeah, because your wife likes Hallmark movies.
Oh, yeah.
So she's going to want to be part of
So
it.
we bought the 10-pack.
You could literally have the characters
It's a 3-pack
walking
that they made
around
3
in
different times.
costume.
Right. You know,
We're going to do
features.
this.
Yeah.
We're going to do this.
We're doing it.
We're doing it.
Well, I'm glad we had the show today, just for no other reason.
I want to talk. Beth Fairbanks is watching, and I don't personally know Beth, but we're friends on Facebook. And last week, I want to talk about our wonderful community here for a minute. She reached out to me last week and asked if she could post about finding a tree. They needed a tree at the middle school.
I saw that post.
Well, so I'm like,
how many trees do you have now? 100?
On Rogersville Residence, I posted it, and within minutes, Sonia and Davin Lawson with Signature 4 coverings were like, we have a tree. Pick it up here. We'll get it to you tomorrow. Yep. So I gave it to her, and her friend needed it. I think she works at the cafeteria at the middle school. Maybe as the head cook at the cafeteria. I'm not sure. But I thought that was really cool. Literally, we had a need, and it was addressed in like 5 minutes and delivered the next day. That's how that's supposed to work.
Exactly how it's supposed to work.
That's how it's supposed to work.
Speaking of, we don't have the sock cam today.
No,
because the sock is at Storytime Coffee Company.
I think they picked it up.
Oh, did they pick it up?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, RogFit won.
Oh, did they?
RogFit collected the most.
So you can still buy gifts for Bridges for Youth through December 10th. So if you have a $15 or less gift for a boy or a girl, school-age kid, take it to Storytime Coffee and you'll get 25% off of your purchase at Storytime. But yeah,
can't beat that.
Just put that under the Christmas tree and
and you're out of investor mugs, so no discount on the investor mugs.
Yeah, that's gone. No 25% off of that $1,000.
What a bargain!
Woo!
Yeah, still a bargain.
Also an investment in the community.
Yeah, that's right. Yep, yes. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, that's why we do this. That's why we do this crazy thing where we talk about nuts and trees and
Hallmark
movies. We're doing it. We're going to pull this stunt off. And we're going to make it obnoxious. I need to secure a reindeer.
That's the only boat I have is obnoxious. This is right up my alley.
Lauren's on the hunt for reindeer.
I'm going to find me reindeer. And it's coming.
I cannot wait.
My girls saw the princesses. The 417 princesses were there. And they froze. I mean, they saw Elsa and Anna and absolutely froze. Just like...
I like that play on words.
There's a princess.
They froze.
Beth says, we appreciate your help so much. Cheer was brought to the middle school cafeteria.
That's awesome. Thank you, Beth. Thanks for reaching out.
That is awesome.
Anytime we can help.
Yeah, there's the dilemma with all you people that have the little girls and the princesses show up because it's just like...
They freeze.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I wonder what's going through their brain, when they see him.
Elsa just threw her magic at him.
Are they real? Or do they, I don't know.
Is she going to freeze me
When
to
I saw
death?
Claire was
Am I going to become a frozen fractal?
Oh, Claire was mad. Here's what happened with that. Because I'm still getting grief over it.
I got to see this.
During the parade, they were walking the parade, and there was Elsa, Anna, Tinkerbell, several others, and Belle and Kirstoff. And during the parade, we were at my house with my nieces and nephews, and around the corner they come, and Tinkerbell kind of runs up and gives Evie a hug, just because Evie was at the end of the line. Clara turns, sees this.
Oh, boy.
And then becomes on a mission the rest of the day to get a hug from Tinkerbell. She's like, why did she hug my sister and not me?
Oh, no.
And I'm like, well, she was there and in the right spot at the right time. And so we went to the thing that night. Claire's like, I need to see Tinkerbell. And I'm like, okay. She wouldn't get near her. And Tink was kind of across the way. And then they were saying, her name's not Tinkerbell, it's Tinkerbell. I don't know why. We couldn't get to her. She's still giving me grief about it. There was no hug given. So I may have to arrange this. Or I may just be like, hey, you gotta deal with it.
This is life.
Sometimes you don't get a hug from Tinkerbell. She was in the right place at the right time. She got the Tink hug.
Yeah.
Sorry. So it was the thing. She was kind of upset.
I'm with Plan B.
Yeah.
Just for what it's worth.
Sorry.
Yeah. Life sucks sometimes.
There was no magical princess that showed up and gave me a hug when I was a kid.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I never went to Disney World as a kid.
I never did either. Our parents asked us if we wanted to go, and we were like, no!
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
We want to go to Dog Patch, USA.
Take me to Dog Patch.
Oh, my gosh.
Hey, Mike, I don't know the answer to your question, but central office might, and or if I find out, I'll let you know.
No.
I had a question about the school. So.
Yes, we do not. We are not insider information on that.
No.
But do you? Am I allowed to speak to that?
If you know.
Yeah, because my wife was the one always taking
yeah?
temps at the primary. There's not been one case all year long where they've turned somebody away because of temperature. So it felt
they stopped taking temperatures at the door because apparently
simply because it's
Wasn't doing anything.
It
Did
wasn't
they
doing
really?
anything. You've made it through almost an entire semester with.
This is all news to
not-
me.
I hope
We had a
I'm-
viewer
I hope
question.
I'm
And
not in the wrong to say that, but I'm sure that comes out.
Well, that was, to your knowledge, that's what it is. That's interesting. I hadn't even realized it stopped. Well, that's good.
Not one person.
Wow. That probably means people when they're sick are keeping at home, which we needed to work on that.
At the end of the day, if your kid is sick and has a fever, please, parents, be
Yeah.
responsible.
Absolutely.
I laugh at
Get
because when I go to my gym, they take our temp, and now that it's cold outside, if you're hitting me as I'm walking through the door,
You're,
even if I had a fever,
You
it's
wouldn't
probably
know.
not
Yeah,
going to
you're-
stand
yeah,
because
it's
it's 25 degrees as
skin
I'm
temp
walking
is-
in.
yeah.
So there's probably some. Anyway, that's another
well,
conversation.
I did go to the doctor yesterday, and I the COVID is in the back of my mind all the time, but it's not in the front of my mind. But I was aware enough that I had pulled the mask up and walked in, and I'm just verifying my doctor's still in the same place. I'm looking at that, and the lady's like, "Oh, I need to take your temperature." Like, okay, and takes my temperature. I'm thinking, this is a doctor's office. If I have a temperature and I'm sick, where am I supposed to go?
Yeah.
It's like it got to be.
I don't know what they do at that point.
I don't know
like
either.
if you go into the doctor and you have a temperature. I thought the same thing.
Maybe they kick you over to urgent care,
Or maybe you just
Yeah,
be like,
maybe.
"Hey, I have a temperature.
Or you
I'm
get-
here for it."
Yeah, you get tested.
I don't know.
and they ask the question, "Do you have a fever?"
I mean, at the end of the day, people have got to take care of themselves and make good decisions.
That yeah.
I guess did you guys see that?
You're welcome, Mike. Glad we could help.
James River Christmas has been just getting.
Oh,
They got
Lord.
destroyed yesterday.
I've seen both sides. I've seen people going, "Hey, they did what they should do."
I've seen both sides too. I don't even know what to think about that situation. It makes me sad in both respects, if that makes sense, because it makes me sad that people think it's okay to call out. I'm going to say they're a group of people is what
Yes.
I'm going to call them. They're kind of synonymous with James River people, and I'm not making that observation. Other people are. It makes me sad that people feel okay to call out a group of Christians and call them bad words, like I saw on Facebook yesterday. Like, look at this group of morons. That's sad.
Right.
And it's probably also sad that there was, a large group of people not following
with an
the
overly
rules.
cavalier attitude towards.
That's the thing. So
Yeah.
if I'm willing to have the conversation about appropriate or inappropriate,
Sure.
but not with you because you're just angry and
Yeah.
you really you don't care about the well-being of all those people in our community
Correct.
that might have gotten sick. If your heart really had a care for them, well, I'll have the conversation with you. You're just taking a stab at the Christian faith or this particular
Yeah.
church
because you want to.
because you want to, and
It's like looking to
it's
be
unnecessary.
validated when you don't like a certain person or
Right.
group of people. Anytime you see a reason to validate, like, well, you can say this about lots of topics
Right.
this year. And you're like, it's like, look at this police officer, he's amazing, or look at this police officer, he's terrible. When you're searching out to validate your already negative opinions about somebody, there's nothing positive that comes from that.
right.
Well, the whole mask thing, and I will continue to go back to this because I think if you can put yourself back in time and look at the timeline, there was a period of time, I think it was probably mid to late March, when we all sort of went, this may be something. We all
Yeah,
kind
it
of
was
lived
freaky
through.
then.
We all kind of lived through H1N1 and bird flu and SARS, and we're all like, "Oh yeah, that happened," and that was kind of it. But this, we're like, "This is something," and everybody I know, to a person, was like, "Well, how do I get a mask? Can I make a mask? I will wear a mask." And everybody
Yeah.
was like voluntarily going
Yeah, that's a
and
good point.
getting masks, and then government leaders said, "You will wear a mask," and everyone went, "Well, if you're going to tell me, you're going to make me,
Right.
screw off."
Right.
Yeah,
Right?
that's a really interesting
I think
observation.
that's the mistake that our culture makes now, is you've got people that skip past the, "Hey, can we all do this? It'd be good," and go straight to the, "I am the authority. I will impose my will on you." And
I
you
mean,
go,
yeah.
as soon as you go there, we have our roots.
As Americans,
As Americans
we're kinda
say,
here for a reason.
I don't think so. And even if it's the best idea in the world, if you're going to
You're
make
gonna
me
push
do
back.
it, I'm not going to do
You
it.
do the same thing to your parents when you're a kid.
And that's who we
I
are.
mean, you do.
And so I really think that the whole problem was created by some overarching bureaucrats that decided to flex their muscles and tell people what to do instead of leading. They were pushing.
At the
And
end
you
of the
can't do
day,
that.
and
That's not what we do.
and we're trying to overcompensate for people that don't use good judgment.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, we have to trust that most people are going to at least try to have good judgment.
A free society allows for people to make bad
decisions. That's right.
I don't have stupid opinions and say horrible things.
Right.
That's what a free society is all about. If you can't allow people to be wrong, you don't have freedom.
Right.
Yeah.
Freedom includes the freedom to be wrong.
Right.
And ignorant and stupid and dangerous.
Yeah.
Or else you're not free.
I'd like to see us get back to people just wanting to make good decisions again.
Well, and so if people want to.
So stop yelling at me.
If you want to yell at James River for having their Christmas there, that's your prerogative.
Yeah.
But just understand, I'm not listening to you because you just sound like an angry person.
Right.
Yeah.
Now I will. Can I get on a soapbox for a minute?
You
Please
can.
do.
To the Christians jumping on that bandwagon, as a pastor, stop it. Stop. And here's the deal, and I'm going to geek out for a minute.
Yep.
You have Christology, missiology, and ecclesiology,
Mm-hmm.
right? So our view of Christ, you share that largely with James River, even if you have some minor differences.
Yes.
So forget the other two, right? You probably hold a lot in your mission, your way of living out the Christian life.
Mm-hmm.
And then church life is another story. Leave all that aside. Because you believe in the same Jesus that they believe in, quit jumping on the bandwagon.
Maybe show some grace.
Does the Bible talk about that?
Occasionally. It comes up every once in a while.
I mean,
I even know that.
Quit jumping on. Like, I'm not asking you to defend them, but just be kind and just try to see it from their perspective.
Yeah.
Please don't pile on.
My
All right,
mother-in-law,
I'm done.
Well, good. My mother-in-law's clearing up. She says if you come to the doctor's office with a temperature, they put you in a different area. Well, that's
Thanks,
that makes
Diane.
sense.
Yeah, that's good.
Thank you. That's good information.
Clarifying that out for you.
Yeah, I was sad. That was a sad social media day yesterday. That happened with the yoga thing several months back, and
That was
as
like
much
3
as you
years
can,
ago.
gosh, I guess it was.
Well, I know that because I wrote a blog in defense.
Yeah, I think I maybe
which
read
was
that.
like crazy. It went viral that my blog did. I've never written
Is that
anything
really
that
like
went
3
to like
years ago?
thousands of people. Interestingly enough, because I chose not to pile on and to actually show some grace, imagine that. We have a family that comes to our church now
Because
from
of that.
James River, not because they're upset with James River, because they moved to Rogersville and wanted to church local.
Mhm.
And they're like, I remember you wrote that. And I
That's cool.
I thought that was so kind.
Yeah, I think I remember reading
Anyway.
yours. I wrote.
Kindness goes
just-
a long way.
It does.
It's like, you can't, that does not do anything good because the people that agree with you are going to agree with you. The people that disagree with you are going to disagree with you. And it's just not the right way to approach things. I hate that we have become this society that is okay with being openly nasty to people. Because there's people you should be nasty to. I mean, there's bad people
There are
in
lines.
this world.
Yeah, there's a time to stand up and have a voice.
When something is wrong, it is okay to stand up. But I mean, you gotta pick your battles. Is my thought. I don't know. So hopefully that'll blow over quick, and we won't hear about it for the next.
What doesn't blow over?
I was
these
gonna
days?
say.
Everything blows over.
The news cycle is pretty fast.
It
Who knows
is.
what sort of drama will happen today?
Oh man. Well,
You ready for Christmas? Should I not brought that up?
okay. No,
I think I
I'm so
am.
ready. So in fact, I was home alone for about 30 minutes last night, and I'm making myself dinner. And
30 minutes.
yeah, well, it never happens. I'm never in just a quiet house. And so
Right.
Shana comes through the door and she goes, "You have a Christmas movie on, and I'm not even here." So I was like,
Aw.
"Oh, this is a unique year that I turned on Santa Claus."
We broke it out. We watched Elf the other night.
Oh,
we've seen it
that's
a couple
funny.
times.
Yep. Elf's a classic. We do that. I watched a new movie called Fat Man.
Okay, Santa Claus. I was like, what?
It's Santa Claus, and it's played by Mel Gibson. And
What?
a kid, there's a kid who's just he's not a good kid. So he gets coal, right? And he's a rich kid. He's been embezzling from his grandmother. And so he hires a hitman, Walter Goggins. I don't know if that
I don't
actor,
know.
you'll recognize him.
Okay.
Hires him to kill Santa Claus. And so there's this big gun battle with
When was this
Great.
movie made?
this year.
Okay.
It's a new
I
movie.
felt like I felt this is like
It's-
an obscure
like
80s, 90s.
It's
Yeah,
rated.
that's what
we
it
just
sounds
missed
like.
No, it's rated R, and it should be.
Whoa.
But yeah, it's
a hitman
Yeah.
to get the fat man.
yeah. And then
Right.
and there's like the scene where Santa, like before this goes down, he's just out, practicing with his 9mm. like shoot. Yeah.
Holy moly!
Yeah. I'm like,
is this
Shelby's like you finally found a Christmas movie?
I was going to say, is this going to enter into the list of Christmas movies in the future?
It might, yeah.
It's no Die Hard, though.
I watched Die Hard 2 the other day.
Yeah.
It also takes place at Christmas, but it's not as good.
Not as good.
It's good.
Hard to get into that one.
Yeah.
I'm ready. To answer your question, I am ready for Christmas. Shayna is counting down the days of school.
To break.
Yeah.
Only 13 days of the days getting shorter.
Oh, that's right.
Then they will
winter
start
solstice.
getting bigger again on the 21st is our winter solstice. So we'll get that back.
Boy, I have not. Something happens when you have children with this time change thing. It's like you just don't adjust as well. I don't know.
It hits me in October.
I think it's just
It used
age.
to not bother me.
Sorry.
That's it.
It used to not bother me. It bothers me now.
Yeah. I would say I'm more tired after the time change, but I'm just always tired.
And Diane brings up Christmas Chronicles. That was a good one. Came out last year on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good. Did you watch it
last year?
It's pretty
Kurt
good.
Russell. Huh?
Yeah. And this year they came out. I think with Christmas Chronicles too.
That was the one with Kurt Russell. That one. I did like it. I did notice though throughout the movie, unless I was wrong, they really avoided like the Christ aspect of Christmas.
Oh yeah, they do.
Like completely. Like it was just, and that kind of bothered me.
But I don't expect that.
I mean, I don't expect them to preach it at all in the movies, but like I was really impressed with the Grinch cartoon movie that came out.
Yeah.
Because it did not avoid it.
Right.
Because some of the songs were some of the old songs that are involved with Christmas, and I feel like they didn't avoid the topic. Mm-hmm. I felt like in Christmas Chronicles they purposely like avoided it, which again is fine, except you're making a movie based off of a religious holiday.
Well, it's a secularization of it.
Yeah, so that was kind of a beef that I had with that movie. Even though I'm a big Kurt Russell fan, I like him a lot. He's cool. Yep. That was kind of
ever since Backdraft. He's cool. I don't
know if I've ever actually watched Backdraft. I don't know.
You settled it for me. I'm going to go home and watch the Peanuts, Charlie Brown Christmas.
I watched that the other day.
Just to put the Christ story back into Christmas movies.
Man,
speaking of, and somebody pointed out a few years ago, I thought it was awesome, is the point, Linus is delivering the Christmas story, and the point where he drops,
I can hear it.
He drops the blanket.
Yeah.
He's got a security blanket, but there's a point, and it's timed right with what he's saying. He drops the blanket because he doesn't need the security of the blanket because of the security in Christ.
Oh, that's good.
That's sweet.
That'll preach, as they say.
Yeah, it will.
I had my crying in my car moment yesterday. This happens every Christmas. The right Christmas song comes on the radio because I have it on that station, the local station that plays Christmas music, and I just start bawling. I've had it happen every year.
Which song?
It varies.
Oh.
I guess it was Night Divine. Is that the title of the song?
Oh, Holy Night.
Oh, Holy Night. Okay, sorry.
No,
and it was probably Josh Brolin singing is my guess. And I'm just driving to school. It happens every Christmas, and usually it varies what song it is. And it came on, and I'm taking Evie to school, and I'm like, oh God, here it comes! started crying. But to be fair, the soundtrack for Moana makes me cry also.
So here's a fun one. What's the Christmas song that when it comes on, you change the channel?
That I don't like?
You can't stand
Santa Baby.
Happy Birthday, Jesus.
Oh, yeah, that's awful.
No. It's bad.
My grown-up Christmas list is the one. It's so cheesy.
It's really cheesy.
It's so cheesy. Yeah. I'm like, I can't. That and Feliz Navidad.
Diane.
I like Feliz
Mary,
Navidad.
did you know? She changes on Mary.
Really?
Did you know?
Really?
I like that
when
one.
Pentatonics does that one, holy cow, that's a good one.
Well, they got called out for mansplaining. For Mary, did you know? Being a mansplaining. Mary, did you know?
Remember that?
That was really funny.
The debate. I'm glad the debate is over from the song. I really can't stay. It's
Baby, it's cold outside.
Baby.
Yeah.
It's like,
is that Emma bringing us Christmas trees?
Bringing us some decorations.
I love it. Come and say
on,
hi on the
camera. Come put it on the camera here. Bring the trees. You're not. Get back here.
Come back here. People need to see it. Oh,
there you go. Right here. Right here.
Oh my gosh.
Where people can see them.
Yeah.
Right over there.
Deck Walk
if you have somebody that needs Christmas cheer,
you turn the lights on.
Talk to Emma about getting one of these.
That black switch there. There we go.
Oh my gosh.
That is fantastic. Emma, what's the story on these?
So these are designer mini trees.
Mm-hmm.
I have 28 individually designed live. These are live. Touch it. Touch
They're
it.
live. I've planted mine.
Just
It's
kidding.
real.
Those are beautiful.
Okay.
Smells good too.
Live Christmas trees, which means it is the gift that keeps on giving. You can plant it in a big pot or in your yard after the holidays.
What's the price?
They're $45
Love it. That's
delivered.
great.
Now you know how the farmer does the porching
Mhm.
in the fall. It's a big thing. Now Christmas is for porches too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So all you got to do is get in touch with me, and within reason, I will
Within reason.
elf. I will elf your people.
She will elf you up.
You can get elfed.
You have been elfed by
You
the
know what
farmer.
I love about these because almost everybody does artificial trees now.
Yeah,
Right.
But I miss that smell.
I know.
And so
It's
now,
really
so
good.
this is the best of both worlds. Have your artificial tree, and then get a couple of these for the house so you can have
There's
that.
nobody that this isn't good
I
for,
know.
because
That's
you
great.
can put it on the porch of a friend.
Mhm.
If you've got loved ones or
Yeah.
people that are taking care of your loved ones in a long-term care facility.
Be great.
Oh, that's a
perfect
great idea.
size,
I love that.
Okay, if you're a business like K-ROG and you don't have a lot of space, pops right on the
Boom.
table in your business.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Yeah.
a package of festive.
Yeah,
It is.
right.
It is.
Just right like
And-
that, delivered by your farmer.
And you can put it in the ground, and in a few years you can go full on Clark Griswold.
Yeah. Save the planet one Christmas tree at a time.
Hey, Griswold, before you get to put a tree that size,
Bend over, I'll show you.
you're supposed to leave it hanging, man.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You
That's
throw it
okay.
out there.
I
but-
know.
Oh, Diane, my mother-in-law, said that was not her change the channel song. That was her makes her.
Oh, that was her makes her
Oh,
price.
okay,
that makes a lot of
okay.
sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were judging you pretty harshly, Diane.
Yeah, but
So
if
are
that's a
y'all-
delay from the broadcast.
Right.
Y'all having fun this morning?
Oh,
We are.
as always.
We're having a good time.
Doing the chores.
Do you want one of JR's nuts?
Oh yeah,
What kind of nuts?
nut sampling. They're not sweet.
Yeah.
Not sweet. Are they
They're
like
savory.
Savory,
wasabi,
spicy.
soy
Little bit of
sauce?
spice.
Soy,
not
we're
much.
pretty sure there's some soy and some cayenne, but
Yeah.
you tell us if you feel differently. Some
Well,
garlic?
There's
Is there
a
some
hint
garlic?
of bacon.
Bacon?
I don't even.
Smoked.
I
Ooh.
didn't even think about
Let me
that.
see if I
It
smell
is
the bacon
smoked.
now.
They are. There's no liquid smoke, but I think they're smoked.
real
They're
smoked.
definitely smoked.
I think they're smoked.
Good job, JR.
I know they're good.
I can't
JR's nuts.
tell if
Yes, he is.
he is.
JR is nuts.
Well,
I know that's what she meant.
K-ROG has been officially elfed by the farmer. Thanks for letting me come
That
all
was
the way
awesome.
Yeah,
in the door.
fantastic. Here,
That made
Lauren,
my
can-
morning.
Can't
I'm
see
on
you,
my
Lauren.
way
Behind the tree.
to get my vehicle detailed at Cameron Motors here in Rod.
Very cool.
Shop local.
Nice
All
people. They're my
all
work
kinds of
neighbors.
business spotlights going on.
And take your receipt to the bank
That's right.
because you could win a.
You know what?
Gift
I
card.
have
forgot
yet,
about that.
I have yet to win. I've been doing a lot of shopping.
I had to get in the habit of getting my receipts because I've kind of been in the I don't need a receipt.
I got it
mode.
electronically.
I got it
don't need
electronically,
that.
and now I'm like, oh no, I need my receipt, so I go turn it in.
Yeah,
and have a
I
chance to
didn't
win.
get one from Story Time a couple weeks ago.
We have them.
I know. I just missed. $4 I missed.
I know. You did.
Anyway,
Oh,
I got a scat. Bye.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, we got a
Random.
scat
Let's see.
too. We better get
Right.
out of here. We got
We
places to go and people to be.
People
Haircuts
actually have
to
been
have.
watching this.
Haircuts to have. Yeah. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back later.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.